Hey, everybody.
I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking up and talking about PAX Unplugged that just happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was at the start of December in 2024.
That's right.
And so we had a really good time there.
Yes.
But first, we should say thanks to PAX for providing us our content creator badges. But they didn't do so in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So we are official cons.
That's right.
That's right.
They don't put their name on the badges.
No, so I got to say, that is one big downside because for a couple of reasons, and let me explain why. They say that the badges are not transferable and not sellable. Well, if there's no name on the badge, how are you going to know if I give this to my friend and say, here, you can now go to PAX, right?
They do check your ID to get this.
To get it, but then they don't check it any other time. You just have to be wearing the lanyard.
The badge. Yeah, okay.
There's no wristband. There's no way to make sure that that you are the person that belongs to this. So let's say that I was not a black belt. And someone saw this content creator badge and they said, I want to go to the media area. And they take me off behind, into an alleyway or a bathroom, and they elbow me in the head and take my badge. It doesn't say any name on it.
No.
They could get in with my badge.
It's true, but that's not going to happen to you.
Not me, but it could happen to somebody.
Yeah.
So...
The reason I like the name on the badge is because I often forget people's names.
I am so and
I am always like,
I'm like, hey,
oh,
you.
So that's my personal preference, just because I'm like, okay, I know I've met you like at BGG Con or somewhere before, and I just can't remember. So
yeah, the other complaints are just minor safety complaints. That is the mental complaint is that
I can't remember names.
And I want other people to see our names too, because
that's true.
I don't want it to be awkward for them. It's like, I know I've seen you somewhere.
Yeah.
You're who are you? Yeah. So
mind what oh, I know you from I don't mind when people do that. I feel really bad if I'm supposed to know somebody and I don't remember.
Yeah, Bonds. Then you can, yeah, exactly.
That's right.
But Bonds, why put you at risk?
Yes.
Just to have them put your name, or even if it's not your name, put Bonzinator.
Yeah.
Unless that is your real name now. I'm not sure.
It probably is.
It could be, yeah. So yeah, make your name that. Who the heck are you again? So, we got to PAX a day early to make sure that we could get there and get everything ready for the big actual day one.
Yes.
So we went to, where was it called? Board and
Brews. There was a meetup with a ton of other content creators that Stacy put on. So we were very fortunate because we got to stay with our friend Stacy. And she has this lovely little place. So we were staying offsite with her, and that was like super awesome. So we had a great time with Stacy, and she brought us to Board and Brews, so we could play games at this cafe type place. You can get dinner and stuff.
2 floors and full library.
Yes, and I will say I was a bit ambitious because I'm like, we have 5 people, let's play Mosaic.
That's right.
And we did on the table.
On a tiny table,
but the game is so big. But I'm like, let's do that.
We got to try it.
What hours? We have like 5-6 hours or something. Let's go.
So I taught the game as I do, and we played a 4-player game, I believe. Was it 4?
5. It was a 5-player
Oh,
game.
yeah, it was 5. Yeah.
Yes.
Amanda says, did the media badge allow you to get into the exhibit hall early? No, it does not.
No.
You have to have an exhibitor badge to get into the exhibit hall.
That's right.
Yeah. So we did not have any special perks other than there is a media room. It doesn't provide that much. I think there's there was a space for lockers for us. It's nice that they had a set aside area for us,
Right.
but it did not provide any super special perks.
Right.
That said, we were super thankful for getting
The badge.
a badge. One question I did have, though, is that there are content creator badges and media badges. What's the difference?
Yeah, we couldn't figure that one out. So.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
So, we had a really good time at Board and Brews. Then we had 3 days of PAX.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Flew out on Monday, so we didn't have anywhere to be.
Sunday.
You know, on Sunday night, we didn't have to leave early.
People are leaving Sunday, so.
And that is the thing with, from what I understand, everybody nopes out on Sunday for some reason, and the exhibit hall is open all day long. I know at Gen Con and BGG Con, they close everything early on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
To clear everybody out. PAX leaves them there until it's a full day. And that's probably good for the vendors, you know, because they need every single sale. But it's like a lot of people just say, you know what, Sunday, I'm not going to bother with it. I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
It's only a 3-day con as it is. Why not get every bit of fun out of that con?
I mean, so I planned it. So I had all my meetings on Saturday. We were kind of running around Saturday a lot. But that's definitely the busiest day of PAX. So it was good that we had those things going on, because I wouldn't want to try and go through the hall on Saturday. I would much rather do it all on Sunday, because the hall is much more open.
Much more open.
So
it's not super crowded like it is at Gen Con.
Yeah.
And like it is on Saturday or Friday when it's wall-to-wall people, especially on the very last row of PAX. It's like,
because the booths are so small, so that there's a whole bunch of them.
There's a ton of booths.
And so there's people are just everywhere.
And they're crammed in. Yeah. I'd almost wish that they'd give those guys a little bit more room.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still there was a lot of good vendors there. And we did get to see everyone who we were looking to meet with. And get to catch up with all of our friends, some of whom are in the chat right now.
That's right.
So, yeah.
But so day one, I'm like, let's not try and fight the hall. Let's just go to the first look area, which actually changed from last year or 2 years ago that I went and I could see the last look. So I love this new area. It's actually not with all of the other tables in the vendor hall. It's actually upstairs, the first look area. They have about, I would say, 150 games or so on tables, just set up, ready to play. And these are all the new games. I'm like, ooh, I want to play this. I want to play all of it. And
on Friday, it was relatively open.
Yeah, because everybody's doing the hall. I'm like, let's go here first.
Let's go to the first look area.
I want to play a game, like a real game, and just chill on the first day. Because we were actually participating in the VFM meetup, which is a virtual flea market meetup. The virtual flea market's on BGG, so for those going to conventions, you can try and sell games ahead of time so you can bring them and meet up with people. So the VFM was scheduled for Friday night. And if anybody who knows me, I sell lots of games. So we were like wheeling around this luggage, and I'm like, I don't want to try and fight the vendor halls with luggage, pulling around luggage. So we just sat put at the first look area, and we played Risafa. And that's a new Vladimir Suchi game, which I've been dying to play. So I was really excited to play that. And we got to play with our friend Michelle and her friend. So we played a 4-player game of Risafa.
Woo!
Woo!
Matthew with gifting 5 subs to people in the channel.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, fantastic, Matthew. Who do we got?
Great.
Hype
Train.
Yeah, we got Ronnie, Pumpy Tutors, Freezing Cathedral, Lizzle, and Wigamus, all with free subs.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
You are fantastic. And we got a hype train going. So yeah, we got to play Rasafa, which was fantastic. I really
Really
enjoyed
yeah,
that.
I really liked it. Sure, everybody enjoyed it, but I think with more plays, they would come around. I think there's a lot of really interesting choices in that game. So I was really excited that we could play that, and that it was available to us.
Yep, absolutely. We that was uh fun to play. But that's the only thing that we played
Yeah,
on Friday.
before, and then we were like, okay, let's go take a break at like a snack, and then we went down to do the VFM that night.
Right.
And so
And that really does take a lot of time. Now,
it does. It's not set up like other VFMs that I know.
if anyone from PAX is watching this, contact us and we can tell you how a lot of the other conventions organize their virtual flea markets. There is a way that would not take a whole lot of effort to set up. Everyone sort of just clustered anywhere in what they call the Q hall, and not the letter Q, but QUEUE, which is basically just a bunch of lines.
Yeah, it's where people line up.
It's where people line up for stuff. So, that's right. They'll learn more. That's right. They can earn more points to get Senor Azul. That's right. You are right, Matthew. But yeah, normally places like BGG Con will organize people by username, and it's really not all that difficult. All you've got to do is say, go to the letter that matches your username on BGG, or that matches your last name or whatever. But just have some sort of rules to make it so people can find each other, because usually it's just people wandering and calling out names.
Yeah,
and it's not very organized. But we're glad that they let us
still use the space and do it. So it's tough because there's just so many people who participate.
That would be great, Bree. Yeah. Bree says I can connect you with Chris. Yeah, cool. If we want to talk to him. Yeah, we are certainly willing to talk to anyone about making PAX as good as it can be. For sure. So yeah, then on Saturday, it's when we did a lot of our meetings.
Yes.
And we got to find out all of the cool games that are coming soon. And
yeah, we had
some of which we actually got.
Yeah, we had a really big meeting with Asmodee, so that was a long presentation, and we could demo the different games coming out from Asmodee and the different publishers. So that was super informative meeting. And so one game we actually were able to take home and that we'll be playing in the next month or so is Azul Duel.
Oh, where do you have it over there? Go get it. Go get it.
It's not somewhere. It's fine. It's coming. I mean, we'll be playing it as soon as we can.
There's one of 48 copies.
I know. We got super lucky. That was really nice of them.
That was very nice of them.
Consider us. So we're very thankful for
Thank
that.
you, Asmodee.
Yeah, that was awesome. So
also coming soon, says Bree from Arcane Wonders, Furnace Duel and Aquatica Duel. Yes.
Very exciting.
I love Furnace. Enjoy Aquatica a great deal.
That's exciting.
Splitty says, go get it. Here's a shovel. Yes, we do have that many games. And probably that's why Steph can't get it, because we just put in new shelves and we do have games.
Everything has all of them.
So.
But yeah, these duel games are super hot right now. So that's a really good choice for Arcane Wonders there, Bree. So we're excited for those as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the big meeting that we had. We learned about some other things from Dead Alive Games. There's a new trick taker coming out. Lunar
Shuffle, I can't remember.
I can't remember the title, but that looked really cool. He had a really good
with Bernie Lynn and Dead Alive Games, yeah.
So that was really cool too. So we had a few really good meetings. And then that took up most of the day, I would say. That we were running around.
Well, yeah, all of the meetings, yeah. Now, for those of you other content creators who are out there who set up these sort of meetings, let me give you a word of warning.
Yes, this happened a lot to us.
This happens a lot.
Yeah.
So let's say that you are in Central Time and the publisher is in Pacific Time, and both of you are going to a convention that is in Eastern Time. When they send you a calendar request blindly and say, this is when I want to meet with you, right?
Yeah.
And you accept and it puts you in, it could be that it puts you on Pacific Time, translated to Eastern, Central Time, translated to Eastern, Pacific Time, not translated to Eastern, Central Time, not translated to Eastern, or truly on Eastern Time. It's a crapshoot as to what actually happens.
That's right.
So, if you are a publisher, make sure that you don't just fire and forget these calendar requests. Follow up with them and say, type actual words. I'm meeting with you on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern, yes.
Correct? and make sure they say yes.
Kathy says all my meetings got messed up because of this.
It always happens. I promise you. I promise you this always happens. My real job is in IT. I deal with this stuff all the time. It never works. Either it's something on the sender's end or something on the recipient's end or both. You can never rely on them. We had people constantly, there was one person from Alaska, their appointment was 4 hours off because they were in the wrong time zone. I swear to you.
I know. I know.
We had a meeting we thought was at 10 o'clock when the vendor hall opened. And it wasn't. It was at 11 o'clock. And she said, we'll never schedule a meeting at 10 o'clock.
I agree. Don't do that.
I mean, that's smart, but we were.
Yeah.
Somebody says, or it's just Microsoft. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if you triple check, I mean, if you've got a lot of meetings, it's really hard to keep track. Did I check with this publisher? Did I not check? Did they check with me? I don't. Yeah. But just don't fire and forget or receive and forget, because I promise you it'll be wrong. And you're going to be.
Danny, she's always great.
Yeah.
That's always correct.
So you'll be an hour early or an hour late or whatever. For those of you who set up actual structured meetings and don't just have your content creators just coming to you, which is also great.
Yeah.
We love the flexibility of that. But yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
That's true. It's true. No, so that night, Saturday night, we were like, okay, the vendor hall closed. Well, we actually did some play testing for Floodgates. So that was fun too.
Yes.
And then we went
3 really good, I think, are really fun titles.
A lot of fun coming from
Can't really talk about yet because.
But yeah, super fun.
But yeah, I think that they are really fun. We were kicked out of the vendor hall because we're not supposed to be in there after hours.
Kicked out, yeah.
And they got this horn that comes through.
Get out of there.
But I heard reports of some enforcers that let the power go to their head a little bit. But overall, I heard nothing but mostly good about the enforcers.
Yeah, me too.
I think that they're just getting better and better and better at having the right people
doing
in the enforcer roles. Yeah. And I'm sure if they get enough complaints, then they end up just not being asked back.
That's right.
So
once we were done with that, we went back to Stacy's, and there was a group of how many of us? 7 or so, or 6?
6.
And we played some party games. Michael learned that's not a hat.
That's not a hat. That's not a game. I did not even put that in here. You know what? I need to put that in. I've got my BG stats up, the official board game stats keeping app of all the meeples of the rainbow. Yeah. I don't like short-term memory games, I gotta say.
That's fine. But we played So Clover. That was also fun.
Yep. It is hilarious.
I like it. I'm good at it.
My memory is good for things that really matter. For things that don't matter, I've got to. It goes through my mind and out. Oh, so Matthew says my enforcer was great. That's fantastic.
Oh, awesome. We're happy to hear that.
Yes,
Because we
absolutely.
got from several publishers, I'd say.
I didn't have any publishers at all say that any enforcer was heavy-handed. I saw some complaints on Reddit or something, but somebody's going to have a problem out there somewhere usually. I think overall they do a really good. Yeah, I tried to lie. I'm actually a good liar. It didn't work. They knew I didn't know it.
Yeah, I was just watching.
It was bad.
You don't know.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I didn't know.
That's so funny.
So
I'll say Sunday was also an amazing day.
yes.
So the final day, we had a couple great meetings, but mostly just chatting. It wasn't like meetings. It was more like we got to put faces to names kind of thing. So we got to meet Crystal from Office Dog, and she gave us this amazing one of a kind.
Oh my goodness.
Office Dog.
The One Ring.
Coveted ring pin. Now we didn't get the game, though. I'm very excited for this game. It's supposed to be like The Crew, so I'm very excited.
Cannot
to
wait.
Play that Lord of the Rings. It was definitely the hot game of PAX, I would think. I mean, they were sold out every day within like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like really hard to get.
Matter of fact, our meeting was happening when they were lining up for this game.
Yeah.
And literally, I mean, very few people got it. Yeah, they had an allocation and it was done.
I mean, the line was forever long. So I bet the game's pretty cool. I'm excited. It comes out like in a month or something. Like, so it's coming out.
It's coming soon.
So Office Dog has all these big plans that we can't really talk about, but we're very excited.
Yes, absolutely.
Mostly because the Asmodee umbrella controls the license for Lord of the Rings. So like Lord of the Rings Duel, right? And now this Lord of the Rings card game. So we're gonna see some more Lord of the Rings stuff. Very exciting.
Yes. Fangirl over here for sure.
So bad. So we got to hear about
Panda Angel play tested the game. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, totally. Very excited for it.
One thing that I really like about what Asmodee is doing, a lot of when Asmodee started purchasing up all of these companies, there really was not a lot of organization to all of that. And if we wanted a game from Office Dog, we didn't know who to talk to. If we wanted a game from Space Cowboys, we didn't know who to talk to. And so it was really difficult. And there was a different contact for each and every one of them. They now have a single point of contact that can tell you exactly who to talk to. So now all of those Asmodee games that we could not get for review, we now finally have a way to get those games so that we can show them to y'all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
very exciting.
That's, for me, that's super exciting because I'm like,
there's so many games that we love that, it's better if they're reviewed because then we can put them to the forefront. Like we can.
Yes.
Like, yeah, there's always games that I want to play that I didn't get for a review, but I'm going to prioritize review games first.
Absolutely.
So it's just how it is.
Yeah. And the more that the publisher works with us, the more that we work to get those games, boom, on the table, just like that. So
absolutely. And we also got to meet Evelyn of Mighty Boards.
Yeah.
So that was great because I've been conversing with her for years now. And most people might know that I love Art Society, which was Mighty Boards last year. That was my number one. So, and Fate Forge this year, amazing.
Which means you need to send your 2024 calendar.
I know.
To
I need to do that.
Yes.
So there's like some really good games coming from Mighty Boards. So those were really good meetings.
But what I know your most impactful meeting, and I don't think it was an official meeting. How about Sashi and Sashi?
Highlight of the whole convention, guys. My highlight of the whole convention was getting to meet Sashi and Sashi. I love them so much. They're so cute. And they were with Daryl Chow of Origame, who I've been good friends with him for a while too. And I just love them so much. All of them. I just want to hug them and make sure that they come back. Like, I hope they did well. I know that Daryl's game was kind of coming in on the Monday after PAX. It was like a day late or something, so he didn't really get to sell his games, and that's a huge bummer. Like, I don't want something like that.
Yeah, because he says it's going to be here Monday.
I know. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. Oh, so meeting them were like, that was like my highlight. Like, I absolutely loved every second of hanging out with them, and
Yes.
It's so cool because they came from overseas, right? Like, they
Yeah.
came for so long.
As someone who has flown
Oh,
to Hong Kong before, I know how long it takes to get all the way. It's
oh my God,
it's
yeah.
from Newark to Hong Kong. To Hong Kong. It's a 15-hour flight. It's 15 and a half hours.
Long.
It's super long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of constitution to be able to do that.
Oh,
And
for
then
sure.
to go back just a few days later. Yeah. No, it's actually it's one of the longest flights is going from Newark to Hong Kong. It's 15 and a half hours. And that wasn't too long ago either. So anyway,
That's amazing.
and you got bus and stop from them, and you got it signed, and you from Daryl you got overparked,
and
which we've already got on. We've got the video out. If you are interested in seeing the teach and playthrough for bus and stop and overparked, you can probably find those links. Hopefully, Steph links those below. Otherwise, you can find them on our YouTube channel.
They're definitely there.
Australia, I think it is a little bit longer, Panda.
Yeah. And so another awesome thing that happened Sunday was we had the Ultimate Challengers Championship.
The World Championship of the world.
Of the world.
Yes. So we do things like this every time we see
Steph
Brunel at a convention. We will either do and we'll do it up World Championship of the Universe or something. It always goes up a little bit each time, where we will either play Seven Wonders, some form of Seven Wonders,
could be
or Challengers.
Yeah.
So currently, I am the reigning world champion of the galaxy for Seven Wonders.
Yes, you are.
Playing against you and Stefan and the man himself, Antoine Bauza.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
And the only reason I won is because she and Stefan kept feeding me coins instead of Antoine.
That's what happened.
Because they didn't want Antoine to win.
That's right.
That's exactly why.
But that was in April.
That was in April. But at PAX, we did the Ultimate World Championship of
Challengers.
Of the world of challengers.
And we played with 6 people.
6 people.
And we actually
my new best friend Joe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
JF.
Yes.
Yes.
Jess CCG.
Jess CCG.
Yep. And Stefan, you and me.
That's right.
And we actually tried out a new variant.
Yes.
It was awesome.
So
good.
For those of you who know challengers, you know the rule where you take your 5 cards that you get to upgrade your deck, and then you can mulligan and take new cards. No. Do this instead. Speeds up the game, streamlines everything. No mulligan. Take 7 cards. Done.
Take 2 of them.
Take 2.
Or 1
Done.
or whatever.
Or 1, whatever the draft is.
Yeah.
Draw 7. Take your stuff.
Keep whatever. And
it totally...
It sped the game up tenfold. It was really fast.
Not 10. I don't know 10.
It was really fast.
It's really fast, though.
But when you're playing with a big group of people, that mulligan, just reshuffling and stealing, and it's just...
Oh, yeah, no. Give me 3. No.
Like
just,
too much.
No, too much.
So it's great. We loved it. So before the champion, the victory round, I came down to the final card and point against JF.
So you were looking for like a 5.
Yeah.
You pulled just enough to get 5.
It was crazy.
To knock his out.
And I got that trophy. It put me into first place.
It put you into the championship, because if you hadn't won,
7
you would not be in the championship.
That's right. I would not have been. And so Stefan and I we're in the championship position.
And Stefan did not cheat this time.
So we think.
I only got 15 points. I was out. Out. I was out.
So we were tied.
Yes.
So going down to the last card, it was the nail biter.
And this time it was a 6. He put down a 6.
And I'm like, oh, I don't think I got
And
it.
she's at like 2 cards.
And then I get like my teenager who scores 1 point for every orange on the bench, and so I got 5, and then I flip over a card. It's like exactly 6.
Whatever. Well, I can't remember, but you had exactly the count.
The last point, and I go boom, and
winning
it was
world championship of the universe.
I wish we filmed
challengers.
I wish we filmed that little bit.
Now we did take pictures.
Yeah.
And if you check out Steph's social media, you will see all of us going, yay, except for one person, Stefan, who is like this. It's so great.
It's really funny. In fact, I'm gonna actually do like a little slideshow of pictures at the end of this video. For the YouTube.
If you're watching this on YouTube, we will have you will see that picture in the slideshow.
For sure.
For sure.
So that was like super awesome. That was a really fun time just to get everybody together and just we had a time and a place and we're like, let's meet here. And we did it and it worked.
That's right.
It was awesome.
And let's say that night, after everyone had departed PAX, that night we got to play Overparked for the first time, and we played a Deckscape game, Escape from Alcatraz, and had a good time playing those with Stacy, because everyone else already had flights and gone home. And
I will also say another highlight was having Philly bagels every morning.
Yes.
There's a bagel place right there.
Called Philly Bagel.
Was it?
I believe it was.
It's amazing. Like, I miss bagels because we don't really have good bagels in Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie.
We don't.
Not great, but going to the East Coast, there's always good bagels.
We enjoyed staying with Stacy and Ronnie and Jonathan.
Yes, good crew.
Meeting new friends and seeing old friends.
Yeah,
like Bree and Matthew, and Panda Angel. So yeah.
This was your first PAX.
No, this was my second PAX. This was my first PAX Unplugged.
Oh, okay.
I had been to PAX South before.
Okay.
As an exhibitor.
Mm-hmm.
And that was unofficially the Unplugged PAX before there was PAX Unplugged. Matter of fact, it was the year before it was announced.
Okay.
They announced PAX Unplugged at that PAX that I went to.
There you go.
So there you go.
Wow. Well, I think it's come a long way in the few years that they've been doing PAX Unplugged, because they started in 2017. So I've been to this is my 4th PAX Unplugged, and I think even still it's come a long way since that first one.
Yeah.
So
now they have unfortunately, we have to choose BGG Con every time over PAX Unplugged, and they have conflicted with BGG Con
a couple times
twice, and in 2025 it will be the 3rd time. Unfortunately, we will not be able to make it in 2025 because Steph works contract basis for BGG. We absolutely cannot attend PAX in 2025. However, maybe in 2026,
that's true.
Perhaps we can. Yeah. So, and hopefully,
please enjoy going.
Yeah.
And I love seeing everybody and just having that last end of year hurrah.
Yeah. And hopefully they can move it away so that it's not stepping on top of another major board game con.
Yep.
So,
but ultimately we had a great time and we were happy to go and just
and looking forward to PAX 2026.
Yeah.
Instead of 2025.
Yes.
But for sure, be sure to check out when those dates and times are for all of the PAX conventions.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I would like to go to some of the other ones as well. Though nothing's going to beat Unplugged in my book.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree. Cool.
All right. Any last words? That's pretty much
sums
it up. Check out PAX Unplugged, and and you need to play all the games.
All the games.
So if you enjoyed this talk about PAX Unplugged and you want to see what we do, where we teach and play through board games all day, every day, then you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Board Gamer Steph. Or even better, you can watch all of these teaches and playthroughs and even all the in-between scenes that don't get published to YouTube by joining us on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph. We stream live every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we stream 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.